So basically, he when he came to the office, he actually is selling like yeye anauza vitu za duka ama like basically akona mirrors, akona shoes, akona clothes. When I met him today morning, he had come from very 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 far to sell to like ametembea from a very very far place from amefunga duka yake akuje deliver one mirror. And I was asking him, why did you have to close your shop to come and deliver one mirror when you could have stayed in the shop? Now to deliver the mirror for you, because you could actually even get more clients to buy, to buy other things. At ambayo you're away now, you've closed, and save yourself you've wasted waste too much energy to walk all the way from where you are to the mpaka huku. And I was trying to imagine, like, why should that person really, like, he's using too much energy. He's using too much energy. He's sacrificing too much. And it got me thinking, and I really felt like by then this is for us to have this entrepreneurship trend that we're having today, teaching us to become bosses and CEOs and leaders, and to be creative, to know when to delegate and not to delegate. It's very important. So I don't know whether he was right to bring one mirror or not. That leaves up to all of us to try and kufikiria kama like was he supposed to close the shop and come and bring one mirror, or was he supposed to just to send him to Anduthia, deliver the mirror, and then him was possible even include the mirror cost in that your delivery fee kwa hiyo pesa. So I think now I'm going to invite Dennis Katana, who is the founder of One Love Project Kenya, One Love Kenya. He's going to guide us through the topic we're actually doing today. And thank you so much. So we are very much welcome.
I appreciate you, Eugene. Sorry for joining a bit late. I think I love what you guys are doing here. It's very encouraging. It's what I'd love to see, and seeing it now. More young people are getting interested in entrepreneurship and believing that they could also run a business. They could also come up with something new, be creative, and stuff like that. So I think without wasting so much time, I prepared a presentation. I'm not going to use it that much, but it will just be to get me to talk about the major points that I wanted to address today. Am I able to present? Let me see. So I'm going to ask a lot of questions when I'm presenting. So
yes, you can present.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can see my PowerPoint. Eugene?
Yes, we can see it, yes.
Okay. Before I start, I'd like to ask, can everyone understand, does everyone understand Swahili before I start? Just give me a thumbs up if you understand Swahili. Okay. So I'll be asking most of the questions. I'll be switching from English to Swahili. And today we're just talking about igniting success and turning your passion into thriving business. So I'd like to give you a brief description of what I believe in and what I normally kind of like my experience in the business market. Was majorly on you need to understand where your passion comes in business. Also, you need to understand where sometimes you get lucky to do something, so you take advantage of that position or that situation. So sometimes you might deflect a bit from your passion, But the fact that you have deflected doesn't mean that you're not following your passion. The important thing is for you to recognize what is your passion, and your passion will change. So as I'm making my presentation, just have that in mind, that your passion can change. And sometimes whenever you're doing something and it's not within your passion, but it's the thing you have to do at the moment, just get it done in the moment, but just do not forget what your passion was at the beginning. I'm going to ask a lot of questions, so I'm going to depend on the chat box to address the questions. Okay, so to start with, I believe passion fuels a lot of commitment. Passion gives you direction. Passion is also the spark. Passion gives you creativity. It gives you that urge of waking up in the morning and you have strength. So maybe let me just ask here, any of you have different passions to do different things? Maybe you could share with me. I'll volunteer, maybe one person could just say something small about what her passion is. Maybe Eugene, or you can open the floor to make it a bit easy. Eugene?
Yes. If you can, those who are going to while I text, I'm going to read your text. Kama wezi ni, you can text. So I wanna see text. Alafu wale ambao can talk. I see Michael, you're very good at talking. Michael, you can come again and also talk about. I see your
Hey,
mark is on.
yeah, actually, I'd like to share maybe somewhere down the line, Dennis, Eugene, or somebody else might give me an insight on what to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I personally
Mm-hmm.
am passionate about creativity in a
Mm-hmm.
general sense. While I was young, actually, I used to draw. Then I took a break for some time, went back to it after being urged by my sibling, took a break again, went back to it. So it's been something that has been going on and off.
Mm.
Though I also like to, okay, generally, in the sense of creativity, I've tried to venture into different creative art forms. So
Mm-hmm.
I started with drawing. Somewhere down the line, I came into digital arts and graphics, but
Mm-hmm.
I've been revolving around it a lot. And that I've realized that in most of the things that I do, I try to express myself creatively.
Mm-hmm.
I also play basketball. I'm passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
And also something else that I did come to realize that I try to do as much as I can is staying fit, of
Yeah.
which that hasn't been a problem for me since I'm playing basketball. And in order to do it at a level that you can actually compete and enjoy, you have to keep fit.
Yeah.
Though summing up everything that I'm passionate about, how I like it and how I'd like to do it brought me about to thinking of how can I influence others to express themselves and live a life. Okay, so like the passion that I had, it brought me to trying to live a wholesome life.
Yeah.
Basically ni kitu yenye watu wanasema work life balance, in that you can work and at the same time you enjoy your life outside work. And I had the thought of how to do it. Basically also the coming of AI and such, kuna vitu tu mingi zilifanyika to the point whereby at one point nataka kupursue my passion, at another point I feel like I need to put in some effort and work on something that actually can pay me in the short term or in the medium term, so that in the long term I can continue pursuing my passions and that. Alafu pia sasa venye AI ilitokea and I'm in tech, kulikuwa na this panic ama freak that probably what you know right now itakuwa obsolete in the next 5 years or so.
Yeah.
So nikaanza kuthink outside the box. Na pia like yo wanting to create yani
Mm.
been like just a part of me.
Yeah.
Initially nilikuwa nataka kufanya architecture cause ilikuwa related with drawing. Nili end up kufanya software architecture, okay, like software engineering and architecture, but just a subset of what I do in tech.
Okay.
Then nika end up sasa nataka kubuild more than just softwares. Na
Yeah.
hiyo like the passion ya architecting, it can
Yeah.
lead to meeting up with Mr. Amos Chege, if any of you know him here.
Yeah.
Akanisaidia ku boil down what I had in my mind to a point
Yeah.
whereby inaweza express to other people.
Yeah.
So nikafika a point whereby akaniambia, okay, the best thing for you to start doing is think of how you can build a startup, because uko nazo mingi sana. You need to package them so that other people can use them, or you can sell to other people. Like just package your ideas in a way that will be useful to both you and others.
Yeah.
So for a period of time since nimalize shule up to now, that's what I've been trying to do. Though it just boils down to the same concept yenye unaongelea saizi, passion.
Yeah.
So at one point najipata in this mix whereby I'm trying to make money.
Yeah.
After some time maybe I've made money, I haven't made some for a while and I'm just tired of trying to.
Yeah.
Your passion becomes what you fall back on. So
Yeah.
most of the time I fall back on creativity and basketball. But after you have expressed yourself, umetoa that pressure that had built up inside. Next, you go back to the square where you left off from, making
Yeah.
money so that I can build a future for myself, for others, and things like that. Then you start asking yourself, okay, how can I do this, Sasa?
Yeah.
You start coming up with means, you start doing them, some work out, some fail. Though the one thing that I realize is if you can find a way to balance between the two, you trying to pursue your passion,
Yeah.
and at the same time, you making money, because that's one of the basic things that most of us try to do, or all of us try to do, to up to the point whereby money is no longer the problem we have. Now you're free to pursue other things. You'll just go back to pursuing what you're passionate about. So
Yeah.
finally, the idea I came up with was, out of all these things that I'm passionate about, how about I try to build one of them into something that I can sell to others, and from selling it to others, I make money for myself. Hence, I free up more time to pursue my passions. So the passion of creating actually morph itself to something bigger. So for anyone listening, if you're passionate about anything, find a way to pursue it. And if there's a way you can make money from your passion, because, okay, for me, I did try selling art. I did try creating art for others, but it started making the passion to feel a bit hollow, in that I wasn't getting the satisfaction I used to get from it the moment I tried to monetize it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
when I came back to
No, continue.
Okay. When I came back to look what I'd learned in school, what I was passionate about, and how I could find a midpoint between these two things and build from that. That's whereby I came to the idea, okay, I know how to build softwares. How about I try to build softwares around the things that I'm passionate about? Or how about I try to build softwares that can help others in a way that it will free up more of their time to pursue what they're passionate about. And if that still doesn't work, how about I try to build a solution to a problem that's existent, then make sure that this solution can work without my intervention and at the same time make money for me so that I free up myself that I can pursue other passions. So to that extent,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to build something at the moment. But as yesterday, okay, not yesterday, but Tuesday's session, whereby I don't know who mentioned it, but the gist was what's the biggest challenge that's facing business people in Kenya? And funnily enough, they quoted that cafes that we used to use as answers in primary high school, that lack of capital. So that was the challenge that I also faced, that I didn't have sufficient capital for either building what I'm trying to build or doing research on it or getting expert guidance or consultation from somebody who has been where I'm trying to get to. So to that point, I think I've said, okay, much of what I could say. I'd like to take, so I'll give the
Okay.
mic to Eugene.
I think, yeah, perfect. Actually, this was how I imagined this call to go, where most of you are sharing your experiences, and then I could give out my presentation depending on what you guys need at the moment. One thing I'd say is you do not need all the answers at the same time. You only need the answers that of the questions you're asking at the moment. Like for Michael, what I'd say is create a company. And if that company fails, create another company. If that company fails, create another company. There's always a tendency of I have to create 3 companies, I have to create 2 companies, and by the time those 2 companies work, that means that this thing is for me. I'd like you to go, maybe the people who are in this call, to do research on most of the people that we call successful right now. You'll get to see that these guys ran 20 to maybe 10 companies. The likes of people like Alex Amosi, people who ran almost 20 to 30 businesses before their big break. People don't recognize how many times you would fail, and people forget very fast. So the fact that you'll raise 10 companies and 9 fail and only 1 succeeds, the things that you'd have learned from those 9 are the things that are fueling you to do this one. People won't understand your motivation of doing this one so perfectly because you've already failed so much and you're not afraid to fail again. So you don't do things based on fear. You do things based on passion, based on your motivation that is internal. And I like Michael's story because it breaks down past, present, and future. Well, this is an exercise. I hope you guys are taking like notes down. This is an exercise that whenever you're creating something new, you need to do an analysis of yourself. Like, who are you? Who was Michael when he was 5 years old, 6 years old, 10 years old? Who was Michael when he's in his mid teenager years, and who is Michael now? You get the when you find out who was Michael then, who was Michael in his teenager, and who is Michael now, it's so easy for you to be comfortable with who you are. Like you believe, okay, I was maybe someone who conformed to society and cared about what society thinks a lot. I need to become a doctor, I need to become this, that when I was young, maybe. And now I'm thinking then when I go to become a teacher, I wanted to become I wanted to become an artist or wanted to do this, but now I feel I want to become an architecture or I want to maybe find a way of because I've heard you say building something that would create revenue for yourself. That's building a system and that's building businesses. So that is you now. So you need to find a connection of what will be driving you to do that, because anytime you want to build something meaningful, it wouldn't make sense to the people around you sometimes because it's something new. When I'll give you another example, when the iPhone was coming out, it was something new, and people like Steve Jobs looked like crazy people because they're talking about a system that would communicate in a very faster way. When AI was coming out, AI started long time ago, by the way. AI started all the way from 2000. The research of AI. If you are someone who likes to read, you could look at an article done by Oracle. Oracle already predicted that AI would do this in the 2000s, in 1999. No one gave focus to them. And if you check, Oracle is one of the highest companies right now, ranking billions. And these people predicted, they saw the future in their own way. No one believed in them, they believed in themselves. And that is all that matters. You only need to believe in yourself. You could come up with a very good idea, maybe present it to me, and I tell you, I don't think that's a good idea. I might be wrong, you see. So I think what drives a lot of things is just you have to just decide and just do, and always base your things on getting feedback from people, because nothing is ever, creativity has a very interesting way of working. Like Michael, one challenge you'll be getting is whenever you're coming up with creative designs, you would want to conform to something. You'd want to look at what has already been done, and that's okay. But that also limits your creativity, because you have the pictures or what you're looking at to get inspiration is someone else's work. So you'd create something similar to that, you're blocking your creativity. The people who are very most creative, they look crazy, because they've it's also now to how you would balance your creativity and also being in a position that other people also understand your creativity. So that is a balance. Sometimes it goes off, it goes on, and that's the beauty of it. Like, that's the beauty of also having a business. It's that today it's doing this, tomorrow it's doing that. But if I was to oh, okay. Are you already in? Are you already done with university, Michael?
Yeah, I cleared my university last year. I'm
Okay.
a graduate of the 2024 cohort.
Yeah.
So,
What? Uh huh.
pardon?
What I'll say is the people that I've interacted with, like you, what I found to them that works really well is surround yourself with people that already are having a business that you would want to run. And how would you find these people? Like Eugene knows me, I know these people. I think I'll get your contacts from Eugene. Eugene, you could note that down. I could connect Michael to some of the entrepreneurs and startups. I don't know if you had know of a company called Startinev. It has a network of entrepreneurs. Startinev has a partnership with it's a, what are they called? It's a startup company in and you'd find more young people. We have something called Hack House. The Hack House,
Hey,
it's an
Dennis,
over, yeah,
what's the name of the company again?
Startinev. S
Startinev.
T star, then
Yeah.
T, then Nev.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So it's a network of a lot of people. Most Startinev deals with like younger people. There's companies like Africa Impact, it deals with older people. And I've had the opportunity to have linkages with these companies in one way or another. That's why and I love to like everyone in this session today to understand that if you succeed, it's in a business, it's it's a lot of factors that come into place. There is luck, and luck would play like 30%. There is like networks of the people you meet at the right time, and that would play its percentage. And there's having the right idea also, and having learned the right things at the right time. So anyone in any stage, like Michael, in the stage you are right now, you are in the right stage. You're not behind, you're not in front, you are in the right stage. Now it's how long you're willing to persevere to get it right. And I'll tell you for an experience, it's easier than ever now to become successful than any other time, because people are so distracted now than any other time. So if you're working on something now and you're openly willing to fail, people are motivated by you, because they're like, how is this person so fearless? But it's just because you understand that even if you fail now, tomorrow is still going to be there, inshallah. If you wake up, it's another day, it's another opportunity that God has given you. So Michael, I think I'll connect to those people, and people love good energy. So if you work with them well, yeah, you would learn a lot. I think another good example is Eugene, because I feel like okay, I have a PowerPoint, but this would make more sense because it's uh, basically the real thing. Eugene has always been very encouraging. He's very motivated, and Eugene is one of those people who doesn't give up. You see, when you start doing something and you have a mentality of, no matter what, I'll just get it, I'll just get this thing done. That is a mentality that even the people around you, if it doesn't work, they'll just let you do it, but they will come back and back you up when they see stuff working out. So just have that mentality. It will really, really help you. I'm seeing a question here. Would you please tell the name of the company? Okay, let me just type it here. But I'm going to send a document to Eugene to connect you to some of these companies. I'm also in a community of AFS and yes, alumni. I don't know if Eugene knows this. Also part of that community where they have a network of entrepreneurs all over the world who participated in the YES program.
Yes, recording is not.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if anyone else has a question. Michael, do you have any questions before anyone else asks a question?
Okay, I do have one question first of all, and
Yeah.
also maybe a request, I think. So at the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
I happened to get into contact by contact somebody
Mm.
who I don't know if I should call them an entrepreneur, a business person, or not sure. Though the thing is, the person actually, so short interaction between I and them,
Mm.
walipata ama walifigure out that I'm somebody who's ambitious and I have ideas.
Yeah.
So akaniambia there's something that they're trying to work on.
Yeah.
If I'm interested, I should take a look into it.
Mm-hmm.
So ikaanzia hapo, so nilimfanyia kwanza like ilikuwa ka levels za kazi yani. So ananipea like a smaller task, then ana gauge how well I'm able to do it.
Okay.
Alafu ananipea something much bigger. Ikaendelea hivyo, though at a point tulianza kuconflict about payment, like
Yeah.
in that maybe tuliagree atanilipa at this time. Inafika that time, even instead of ya kuniambia that things have changed so we have to reschedule and all that, nachwa kwa if lenye ina information, so uko like what am I supposed to do now sasa? Haujaniambia anything, I'm trying to reach out, haunipati, like how pick calls zangu, how reply to messages zangu and all that. So at the end of it, ikaanza kufeel it's like I'm pushing them wanilipe for something that I've already done or something that we had agreed on. So on the other side, I think justification yake ilikuwa naiweka hivi that Michael, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business person, eventually utafika hapa kwenye niko and things won't always be going your way, in that sometimes kuna client atakuwa na pesa yako atachelewesha, kuna mtu utakuwa unafaa kulipa, utakuwa in the position ya kulipa and all that. Though namwambia okay, I do understand kile unajaribu kuniambia, though the thing is mbona si communicate? So hiyo ndo kitu nilikuwa na keep on asking, why not you communicate that there have been change of plans, so whatever we had agreed on earlier won't be possible. So to a
Yeah.
point whereby I started feeling it was like she was trying to manipulate me in some sort, whereby anatumia what I want could drive what they want. For instance, anajua I'm trying to build a business. Now, since it's like end of my first big client mwenye ako kwa industry, anachukua the advantage ya Michael, just do this for me, I'll compensate you in the following ways. Ikifikia
Yeah.
upande ya compensation, hani compensate. Nikiuliza ananiambia ti as a business person kuwa patient nini. So eventually nilikuja kuangalia hii kitu like over a period of time what had been happening, na ikaanza kukaa kama trend sasa. So eventually nika cut ties with them, okay, I had completed whatever I was to do for them. So ilikuwa nafaa kuanza offer maintenance, like ongoing maintenance na such. But after that period, like communication tu niliona ilikuwa inaanza kudidimia to a point where ilifika to a halt sasa. So like nikitry kumuuliza something simpati, but the only time ata reach out ni when they want something equal done that I can do for them. Now there's this question that nilikuja kumuuliza eventually. You claim that a lot of people can do whatever I'm doing, yet utaenda, then after a while you'll come back to me with the same thing yenye ulikata nifanye initially. So like what's happening? So that's my question. Like nilijipata in a position whereby nilikuwa na feel yes I'm ready to execute, but after executing for a while with this person akanirudisha in a state whereby na question vitu zenye nilikuwa najua before, not like the technical operations but running the business actually sasa.
So I'd love even the other guys to
Yeah.
you malizia tu.
Okay, because if this is a client, now this is the feedback the client ananipatia, maybe niko na a dark spot somewhere where nafaa kufigure something out kwanza before nirudi kwa market tena sasa trying to get new clients. Alafu pia okay, the client mwenye nilikuwa na work for alikuwa na partnership with somebody else, so the partner ndo actually it's like yeye ndo alikuwa the owner of the business ama something of that sort, na the person nilikuwa naye contact with was like a proxy for the other person. So communication hapo ilikuwa inapita ikikuwa filtered, whatever nasema kenye nafikia the other person most likely iko kenye nilisema, na whatever ule anasema by the time inanifikia probability imechenjiwa katikati. So there's a day alikuwa nafaa nilipe, ikadelay sana, I had to call the other person akaniambia li disburse payments, then this one akapiga akikuwa mkali ati why did I call the partner and all that. So nikamwambia like kuna some monkey business inaendelea hapa, I'm not happy about it, na eventually ikaenda hivyo ndo tuliachana na huo mtu na nikaanza kufanya biashara yao.
I
So
think
right now we're in a position whereby I'm trying to restructure first,
exactly.
understand myself and reevaluate before I get back into the market actually.
What I'll tell you, according to what I've learned, is might be maybe a sad fact, but solving rich people problems is something that a lot of people maybe neglect, but it shows you, like, look at a lot of rich brands, what makes them supreme. They sell the actual thing, the normal thing in kila mtu, you just get it at a random shop, but people feel the urge of buying that big thing because of branding. There's something called branding. How you brand yourself would determine whether if before nimpigie simu Michael, lazima tu nikuwe na 50k kwa simu. Unaona, lazima tu nikuwe nimejiset and I'm talking to Michael because I already have money in the table. So
Yeah,
I feel
exactly.
like,
That's something that aliniambia. So
yeah.
can you give me
So
insight to it?
yeah, how you brand yourself, and be very creative when you brand yourself. Don't make it too obvious, and don't feel like you're doing the wrong thing. What a lot of people do when you're branding yourself is you do something called sampling. Sampling is you look at what other person who was in your field kitambo, and he did a very good job in his branding, in making it in the industry you want to make it in. Then maybe the name they used back then, and it worked well. This is the same thing even when musicians do. All the music that we are singing right now and we are loving, these are sampled music. It's a music that already worked. So what they did is just add their creativity. And that's the same thing for businesses. The businesses that are working now and the names of the businesses that are working now are samples. They're from Kitambo. So that will make it easier for you. Brand yourself in a way that you're premium. So if I'm calling Michael, um, feel free, by the way. Like if there's a time you're saying, I'm working for 100k, na deal ikuje na ni ya 50k, and you know these people could pay 100k. Say I cannot deliver at 50k. Yeah. And stay true to yourself, that you know it's just a matter of time that I'll get there where someone knows my value. And actually also get people who will give you good feedback, good pure not biased feedback of upper you could improve in this and upper you could improve in this. That will really help with your brand. Other thing is, you're going to find a lot of people like that. I've found people like that. I've worked with brands before, I've worked with other people before, and I've had to step down and say, you know what, this has happened, so you move forward. They won't pay you or stuff like that, and they'll take you around. It's Kenyans, it's people, by the way. That you just learn from it and just move forward. Don't dwell so much on that. Other thing is peer. Don't depend on just one client too much. When a client feels that he's the only client that you have, there is a tendency of them not treating you with the best nini. Also, you show them that we deliver, we have a lot of demand. Like people, we're working with other people peer. Even if not fake it till you make it, but make it look like you're also working for other people. Hi Pamela. Also working for other people. So I mean, I'll give you a hack of how I got my first client. um, so I have two emails, right? So one email is an official email, and the other email is my normal email. So whenever I'm reaching out to some of companies, I reach out with my normal email. And when I'm reaching out with my normal email, if I see that this deal or this company is willing to work with me or work with the brand that I'm associated with, what I do is I say, you know what, at this time it's only me, but now I have other people in my nini. I'll say, I'm looking at maybe the conversation, how the conversation of this thing is going. I'm asking if I can loop in my management so that this thing could go in the best way possible, whatever, like a lot of English there. And what I do is just loop in this other email. You get? And as simple as that, the fact that this guy knows, okay, I'm working with someone who already has a management, I got the ability to filter out some companies that if I'm looping in my management, because you guys are giving me this contract and I want my management to look at it first, and these guys are like, no. Other companies will actually tell you, hey, by the way, this is small thing, we don't even need to loop in the management, will just pay you kando. So those people will send you deposits or stuff like that. So you could even steal that hack. Have two emails, one call it something official, another one call it nini. If you're having conversation, loop in that email. I'm looping in my management, I'm looping in my manager, I'm looping in my assistant. And that shows you that it's a simple word. It's maybe it's psychological, but it helps whenever you are a young entrepreneur and you're trying to make it out. And I'm telling you, 30% is luck. So you do a good job for a good company, and they decide they give you maybe a contract that you'll be doing for them for maybe 3 years, 4 years, and you're doing well. And whenever you reach at that position when you're doing well, the thing is not to lose yourself, because you make sure that the foundation that you've built is built out of the values that you have as you. That's what I was talking about, past, present, and future. Michael, I think you'd see this a lot, even any other entrepreneur here, that money won't change you as much. It will just make you more of what you are. That's what people say, right? But it can change you sometimes. The thing that will change you is it's easy. As I've told you, we forget a lot. So whenever you get to that position, and if you're destined to get that position, you will get it. And now it's who you are at that position. So another exercise that I like most of you to have is, you already have an idea of who you want to do, know what you want to do, the company you want to build. Just imagine you are that person right now, right? And the things you're doing on a daily basis. Like, I interact with some of the entrepreneurs, and they're telling me, Katana or Dennis, I'd like to build a company in AI. And I asked them, what do you do on a daily basis? And in that daily basis, you don't hear anything about them actually come up with the building blocks for building this AI company. They always feel like, I have to meet this one person from this big company who would just see my work, and boom, I'm there. It takes so much effort, and it takes baby steps. um, you need to lay a foundation block day by day. It might feel very small. It might be just as easy as starting your research of, like, okay, I'll start researching on AI. Today I'll write a paper on AI. I don't know how to write a paper. Let me write the paper. By the end of the day, you don't even finish the end of the paper. You don't finish the paper by the end of the day. But now you are adding more knowledge to yourself. And I've told you, this is one of the most easiest times to be successful, because people are so distracted. Yeah, look at the number of hours of even I spend on my phone. Sometimes it's shocking. I'm trying to reduce it, but just try to get yourself focused to what you want to do, and you find out that you do not have actually you do not have that much competition when you're doing something. You just, if you're committed enough and you meet the right people, you do not have that much competition. So for Michael, just build your brand. um, Also, again, if you have any questions about brand, actually, guys, use Eugene would reach out to me, and I could send you some tips of how to build a brand or anything like that. I mean, something like the organization that I have right now, One Love Project. It's a name I just, I'm someone who likes to say the word one love, one love, one love, because I always believe love is the thing that puts all, like, humanity in place. If we didn't love each other, then a lot of things would have gone wrong. So I loved that word love. So I said, you know what, I'll go with the word one love. And when One Love Project came, I never had a logo, and I I I went to the guy who prints t-shirts, and I told them, print that says One Love, One Love Project. And he ended up putting a map of Kenya and the word One Love Project. Then I look at it and I'm like, I could make this into my logo. Then I take it to a guy who is an artist, and I told him, can you draw for me uh, my logo in one of the schools that we made a partnership with? He draws it up and he puts a frame on it, and I look at it. I'm like, okay, this is what I'll adopt as my logo. And you see, I'm not the only one who took part in creating the name, in creating even the vision of what the project will end up becoming. And now we have One Love Project Africa. We launched with One Love Project Malawi and other places. It's identifying that you don't have to create everything. Like, be very observant and realize like for Michael, might be in a conversation with someone and someone would say something, and you might even use that to fuel you or to add into your idea. It's just being, as an entrepreneur, you need to be very creative and be also very spontaneous and predictable in what you are thinking and what you're about to do. I'll reference to a lot of um, the people that we actually listen to a lot. Musicians are very creative people. If you find yourself that someone comes up and sits down and writes something, and you would sing it and listen to it again and again and again and again for multiple years, and you wouldn't feel like that is too much, that person has a lot of creativity to realize that this is something that would impact other people. So be very open with your creativity. Creativity is what would help a lot of people when AI is coming out. We are basically not even using 10% of the AI that's out there. And for those people who are creative, they would really, really benefit a lot in, like, I'd say 5 years from now. And other thing, Michael, don't feel like you are behind. I say, you are at the right place, and everyone here, Pamela, Eugene, who are the people I saw? There was Brian, Evans, Paul, Rodney, Jess, Lizzie, Emmanuel, everyone here, John Latton, everyone is at the right place because you are not behind anyone. You're not in front of anyone. And just open up your creativity. Like I'm writing a book right now, and the title of the book is Three, and it doesn't have to be a very complicated title. I just decided, you know what, I just put the title as Three, and I'm actually launching the book tomorrow. And you see, the point of creativity is that if it satisfies you, that's all that it matters. Then now, from the point of now making business is where you bring business people on board. Yeah, you don't have to handle everything. Bring business people on board that share your vision and let them handle the business side. You could handle the business, but let them handle the sales side or stuff like that. And that is how you build systems. And yeah, as Michael has said, you'd find people like that. You find people who would want to use you and stuff like that. You might not know how those people would come in, but yeah, be very open and be very strict with your brand. And the moment you build it well, it might take 2 months, 3 months. Be patient with yourself also. And if maybe you haven't had this from anywhere, you would also succeed if your product or the thing you're selling either satisfies two things. Either your product is too good that people would not want to use any other product, or your marketing is too good that the people have to use your product. There's things we use just because we've seen them a lot, and there's things we use just because we want them or we want to use them. So if you realize that your product is not too good, then double down on your marketing. Do so much volume of marketing. If it's TikTok, do 100 videos or 50 videos. Create different accounts, name them different names. Just push, and I'll tell you, it works. Many people don't know that a lot of the accounts in TikTok, like 5-10 accounts, are owned by one person. And that's the same thing they're even going to do whenever they're pushing something. You see people comment on a video like 100 people, 1,000 people. It's all one person having all of those accounts. So all of it comes down back to creativity. You need to be creative, and you need to be spontaneous, as I've said. So with that said, I have talked for a lot. I love how the session has gone. I didn't get a time to present the whole presentation, but I love this session. I love this format better, where someone gives us his experience, and then I could maybe give a piece of advice. And I don't know everything, and the thing is, to when you come to the realization that you don't know everything, you are willing to learn. And that's me also. Like, I'd be invited sometimes to talk about something, and I'm like, my experience would be different from other people's experience. What I tell you, or what I advise you, try it. If it doesn't work, then be creative. Try to come up with different ways. And there's people who are willing to help. I'm willing to help, and I'm willing to help if I see you helping yourself first. So if you are in that journey, there's a lot of people in that journey, and supporting each other with love, it's what will get us there. Yeah. And with that said, I'd like to maybe close my presentation. It's a bit late, but thank you so much, Eugene. To all the people here, if you have any other questions, feel free to maybe write them down. Eugene will share them with me. But that's my cue. For I don't know if we're going to have other sessions or a physical session, but I really love a physical session. Meet some of you guys, maybe get to hear your stories on a one-to-one basis and see how we could help each other. But I really loved the session today. Thank you so much, Michael. Thank you so much, Eugene. And just don't give up on yourselves, and stay consistent. Don't be too distracted. Have a plan. You see that it's all the maybe simple stuff. Sometimes have a plan for your day. Have a weekly plan, a monthly plan, and metrics yourself. Like, gauge what you're doing. If you are falling away from your plans or your goals, sit down, do a reflection, maybe take a break, and just don't stop. Thank you so much. Eugene, any words?
Dennis, before you hand over the mic to Eugene,
Yeah.
initially I'd said that I also had a request other than the question.
Yeah.
So my request is this.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for other people in the industry, not necessarily tech,
Yeah.
but people working in different industries.
Mm-hmm.
What I want is to be able to work alongside somebody or just
Yeah.
shadow them, see how they are conducting themselves, see how they are doing business, to
Yeah.
get the opportunity to learn from them.
Okay.
Offering this as a volunteer. So
Okay.
there won't be need for compensation to me. It depends on what you want. What I'm trying to get actually is network with other people and learn from them.
Okay.
So,
I
okay,
think
are you based in Nairobi?
yeah, I'm based in Nairobi. Because I'd need to also see some of your work and stuff like that.
Okay,
So I think Eugene, please be in constant communication with Michael. We could see how soon we could do that. But yeah, that is solid. It might even be a paid one. So other thing, don't sell yourself short, Pia. If you're bringing
okay.
something good on the
Trying
table,
to sell
why
myself
not?
short.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to sell myself short because I already know the potential that I have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've worked with other people before,
Okay,
and I think as of now, I'm comfortable with claiming a certain amount of money for compensation based
okay.
on the skills I can provide. Though I personally, after assessing myself, I came to learn one thing that for me as an individual, putting money inside the same crucible as learning, those two things don't mix well for me. One tends to get overridden by the other. And you just know that ni pesa tu pekee ndo inaweza kumotivate kufanya something that hukuwa prepared kufanya, na pia inaweza
Exactly.
fanya uforget something that ulikuwa umepanga kufanya ama ikufanya lose direction. So
Yeah.
the reason as to why nataka ni learn from other people, as much as maybe somebody anaweza offer the compensation in terms of money or something else, me, what I want to gain is like learn from this person, nione what they've been doing, how they've been doing it, so that by the time nitoke kwa industry sasa nasema I'm going as an individual to pitch myself and kuuza sera kwa other clients for something that I want,
Yeah.
nikuwe able ku back up what I'm claiming to be in capability of doing, na at the
Yeah.
same time nikuwe na somebody mwenye naweza sema nimework with other people before, so niko in a position yenye naweza interact with the client na niko able ku satisfy their needs ama their goal without the friction that nimekuwa nayo in the past. So hiyo ndo like my aim actually as of now.
Sasa,
Also,
I'll try my best to help in.
Okay.
Yeah, and just sikilia Eugene vizuri, send info kwake. I think
Yeah.
tuta communicate better through
I'll do
Eugene.
that immediately after his session.
Yeah. But I appreciate
Then, okay.
so much, Michael.
Yeah, before sasa ni okay, the last thing before sasa niache our host tuendelee as venye walikuwa wamepanga.
Yeah.
Nimeona we have some new members wenye wametujoin leo na also we have some wenye walikuwa before.
Nice.
To our members wenye tuko hapa other than our administrators and our hosts, I'd like to invite you to join group 5. Imenemiwa ITA. So ukienda through the group description utasoma, you'll get a bit details about how I'm idealizing it. Though sijui kama Eugene mtatu guide on what we are supposed to be doing ama venye tumeform hizo groups. Sisi ndo sasa tuna like chair everything and whatever itakuwa ina happen huko. So I'm waiting for your guidance on what to do from kwenye tumefika actually. So anybody mwenye ako hapa hivi who's listening to my voice right now, you are invited to join my group 5 ITA. So thank you everyone. Thank you for your time, for your patience, and for being attentive to what I had to share today. And I'm very pleased for the help I've gotten from Dennis and from Eugene. And I'm looking forward that hizi miezi tatu zenye tuko pamoja, ndatoka hapa kama nimegain something na pia ndatoka hapa kama nimeimpact somebody else positively.
Exactly.
So thank you and have a good night, everyone.
Good night to you too. Eugene, before I...
Thank you so much. I think one of the things I never mentioned when I was saying when I shared about my motivation, my motivation for being among the architects of the program was I have also been mentored. I have gone through the hands of one ambaye I have valued kwamba like I valued this aspect ya kwamba you can learn a little bit of everything from everyone, and that's not only so. I've also been able to keep close to people that I can able to gain more insight, more knowledge, and there are a reserve of knowledge for me. In fact, they're my favorite on call, and one of these great people is Dennis Katana. Because when I met him first in Mombasa, in Kilifi, Sun and Sand Beach, that's the first time we met.
Yeah. It was Sun and Sands, yeah.
Yeah, so like, well, we are which year? Yes, which year?
2019, 2020.
And so like that time when I met him, I saw what he was building. That time he had now One Love project. And I was really saying that Mimi I'm an older alumni than he is. But what he was doing, he was up there. And I saw the passion he had, and I felt attracted to what he was doing. And I think from that attraction that I saw, towards what was building, I also knew that is also my passion. And I began working with him, asking for his help, when I'm applying for grants, and I even invited him for my other program here, Next Generation CEOs to mentor my team. And life is a product mostly about, of these including most of his work. And today life is an enterprise that we have a demo farm here in front of the office. We have a mentorship program, high schools and even camp like wanafunzi wa tertiary institutions. We've been able to work with 7 institutions in the last 2 years, and today we are having a small project here, cafe, that we're doing to ensure that at least when we have staff, or even when you have people at the office, they can able to get free meals through the fundraising initiative of that cafe. So and then now, if you look at also now for these for my board of directors, which are very, very, I'm so honored to have them here. And I think Mike should be here, and he's not. But I want to pass on the mic to Ibrahim Lenguris. And Mr. Hassan was here, and I think he said hi. I should pass his greetings along. We have the support of the FS office. So about if you have any, I don't know kama kuna any questions before I can actually hand over the mic to Ibrahim Lunguris, who's going to, who's going to also give some comments. Kuna questions? If you have a question, you can chat it there. Thank you, Michael, for sharing. That is amazing. You have a first-hand experience about, entrepreneurship, and Mike, it is nice to really hear you not only share your perspective, but also your insight about what you've learned and your offering of service. When I began, also, I don't want to leave without mentioning this, that when I began Life Organization, for me in the very, very beginning, yes, Katana, we can allow you to leave. I'm gonna be sharing with you guys the notes and all the materials that I'm gonna get from Dennis Katana. And if you want to get a call with him, you can work with me. I'm gonna link you up. So the passion that I had for life, I began it mara ya kwanza, it failed. Today I managed to host one of my very pioneers, ambao we founded this organization pamoja, and they thought that it would never work. Today, when I was hosting at the office, it was like he was very surprised that we have built a very big empire, and we are still continuing to build. And so ideally, like when you have a passion for something, it will keep on giving you here comba like I must do it, and it will help you be able to link up with different models, about different role models, mentors, about people who can really, who are relevant to where you're going. It guides you, and sometimes even people who share the same passion, they can also be attracted to you. Sometimes it happens that way, sometimes it doesn't. Kila mtu akona different experience in ideation and basically building an enterprise. So if you have any inquiries, I'm going to take them. Then I'm going to invite now Lenguris. Lenguris is going to invite other facilitators, including I'm seeing we have Pamela in, we have Laton, we have yes, please. Kuna any inquiries, any questions? As I'm gonna read through the chats, I see earlier Doreen alikuwa na chats kwamba an enterprise can be technically be built without passion, as well through discipline, systems, and a focus on profit, but usually struggles to say no, stand out without passion. Evans, I think passion comes through exposure to something, so you can build enterprise without passion but gain it afterwards. And then thank you so much, Dennis. It has been nice having you. I'm also looking forward to without with not only you but many others like minded entrepreneurs. Thank you, Michael, for your input. And then to all individuals who like to join, if you want to join group 5, kindly reach out to Michael, utamdm kwa WhatsApp, sawa. And then so if there are no questions and no hands up, Lenguris, no hands up. Yes.
Should I take over, Eugene?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Hello, evening everyone. Nilikuwa nataka kusema hello guys, but kuna some gender, you can say guys ni men peke yake, na si pia kuna women hapa, so so I'll stick to evening people. So it has been a great session. I hope mnaweza nisikia vizuri, niko na tu homa. I don't know if you can hear me clearly or my words inarticulate properly.
We can hear you, yes, clear.
Yeah, it has been a wonderful session. Much appreciation to Katana for the wonderful session he has taken us through. And I've really enjoyed as an as one of the colleagues here. So what I'd like to say is I hope everyone is paying key attention to detail. It's a good just session going through and through. And I really like how Michael amekuwa very interactive in this session. I'm sure I'm gain a lot. I don't know for others, kwa sababu yake it can easily be seen. So I really urge you guys to take part in this. Take this very seriously, kwa sababu I think it evaluate to now the physical session we'll be having. So mine is to say this is a wonderful experience. Take advantage of it, mostly because it is available and it's free. So be present. And I think the numbers are quite, I don't know if it's low or anything, but I need us to keep on building the numbers. So for that, I'll say thank you to everyone who has participated here today. And may you have a lovely evening. And I hope the session will continue being like this. This is the first one among many others who come. This is the opener. So let's start with much efforts. So thank you and have a good evening. So I'll pass the mic to, I think, Pamela. Pamela, you can say a word or two.
Hello, can you hear me?
Evening, Pamela.
Hello. I hope everybody is okay, and I really enjoyed the session, it being the first one. And I hope we will keep having the same like this people enjoying. For those who don't know me, I'm an AFS alumna, 2016, 2017, and we will be together in this journey. And I hope you have a lovely night. Thank you.
We can go ahead with John Latona.
Evening, everyone.
Evening.
My name is John Latson. Okay, my name is John Latson, and I'm glad. Though I've been on mute, and but I was listening in. I'm glad that we are having a nice session and a very informative one. So thank you for joining in, and I look forward to interacting with you all. And thank you, Eugene. Thank you, Grace, and thank you for everyone who has taken part in this session. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Latona. Thank you, Latona. And thank you, John. And can I say just one key thing I learned from Katana through his session? One of the one is we need to be openly creative in our passions or in our adventures, either business or personal. So I think just remember that I felt I need to say this. So you should be openly creative to things that you're doing. And lastly is be resilient. So most of the things don't come as easy as you think they do, but we need to be very resilient. So those are the two things I'd like to pass before I forget on letting you know. So I don't know who else will who I can pass the mic to. Eugene.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Any group leader who wants to request him to join group yake mwingine besides Michael. Na Michael sawa ndo tufungia leo kwa maombi before everyone goes. Anyone else? Anyone who has something about you just wanna say some one word. Manuel, thank you for being here. Both Emmanuel Squared, Jacinta, Jesse, Milton, Paul, and Rodney, Trevor as well. So if there is no one, I think we're going to conclude with a prayer from Michael. I hope that is okay with you, sir, Bwana Ibrahim.
Yes, it's good with me.
Okay.
Okay, so for everyone who made time to participate in today's session, I'd like to applaud all of you and give a great thanks. Also, I'd like to thank you all for being professional, I think is the word, in that it was an online session and there were no major interruptions such as background noises or such. Looking forward for more sessions like this and more interactivity from other group members. So as much as you're listening, you should also be giving us your input on anything that you feel like you can add on to whatever has been said. So thank you for all that. Okay, let's bow down for a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, it's another day we come before you. We thank you for the gift of life, for all that you've granted unto us, and for all the mercy that you've shown us up to this point in our lives. We also do bring forth our endeavors and our ambitions. We ask that you may guide us, you may protect us, and that whatever you see fit within your eyes, you may grant unto us. Also, I pray for our facilitators. I thank you for whatever you've put into their minds, for the opportunity that you've given them so that they may share with us, they may empower us, so that we can also empower others. And I also do pray that no matter how much you succeed, please do help us. We will not forget where we came from. As we go to sleep, we do ask for your protection. And we also thank you for your provision for everyone who has had a meal to put in their stomachs. We also ask that you may provide for all those who are in need. Amen. I take the opportunity to call the meeting to a close, if that's okay with you, Eugene and Ibrahim, and all our other hosts.
Well and good. And we'll meet in the next the next session. So have a lovely evening.
So I think the rest of the team, Trevor, you can leave at your own pleasure. Trevor, Paul, Emmanuel, and Milton, so we can have our backroom meeting with the staff kindly. Wow, now tumebaki kwa meeting. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
stop
Eugene.
recording. Yes.
Yes, yes. Unaweza hata kurecord sasa.